A few weeks ago, you might remember me mentioning that I was looking at a new bike. Well, that might have happened, but not in the way that you might think. I apologize about the clickbaity title, but truth be told, when you make significant changes like this to a bike, it's going to feel totally different. So I present to you my new old 2018 YT Jeffsy. First up, I bought the Proprietary water bottle. It might not seem like much, but being able to have this on park laps down little swits has been great. The next big change was the Airspring in my fork. I went with the new RockShox 2021 Debonair Airspring and decided to raise the fork up 10 millimeters to 150 millimeters total. For about 50 bucks, this is quite honestly the cheapest but most significant upgrade that you can make. The feel is far more plush, and the progression through the travel seems a lot less rough. You can do this with both Fox and RockShox forks, so check out your manufacturer for more details. It's not bad to install either, especially if you have the right tools. Next up is I moved to a coil shock. Due to the overwhelming positive feedback on the Pink Bike forums by people who have changed to a coil shock on their Jeffsies, I have decided to join the club and buy the fan favorite, the Marzocchi Bomber. It's an amazing value that has really improved the overall ride quality of my Jeffsy. If you're in the market for a new shock, I definitely recommend picking up the Marzocchi Bomber. Up next is the seat and the seat post. I went with an Egron Enduro, which I didn't expect to be a drastic difference, but getting a seat that fits you makes longer rides far more enjoyable. As for the dropper, I went with a Oneup Components V2. While it worked amazing out of the box, I noticed that lately I've been getting a lot of creep up in the post. I need to check how I ran my cables, but I know some other riders that have had similar issues. I've also gone with the new classic combo of the Maxxis Assegai in the front and an Aggressor in the rear. I have found that it has been a much better ride in the dry conditions that we have had this year, and my cornering has improved as well. Overall, I've been really impressed with the changes thus far, and I still may have more to come. I plan on upgrading my drive to a Shimano XT and the newest E13 cassette, along with new cranks and pedals. I've decided to stick with the SRAM guide brakes for now, but if I come across a good deal on some Shimanos, I might pull the trigger, if only to get away from having to use IDOT fluid. And that's a quick overview on all the changes that I've made. I decided to do this because I've found myself riding a lot more bike parks and needed a little bit more from my suspension as I have some big trips planned, so stay tuned. So if you're still watching, subscribe to my channel to be one of the first to be notified of my new videos coming up, my road trip to the Land of Oz.